I'm going to sing a song for a friend, a dear friend who I lost, and I want to sing this for him. It's a song that I wrote in his memory. Funnily enough, while he was alive. Funny thing there. So, yeah, sorry, I'm going to get you down. Actually 2016, I was at a gig in Dublin. I'm standing with a friend, and my friend was on the phone, and he turned to me in the middle of the phone call, and he said, hang on a second. And he said, Glen, do you want to go on a boat? And I said, yeah. He said, okay, I've got someone, it's no problem. We've got it. Okay, brilliant. Okay, I'll speak to you. Okay, bye. And then I said, what's the story? He said, it's great you're coming. I'm really glad you're coming. This will be great. You're going to really enjoy it. I said, what is it? He said, well, it's a rowboat. It's a traditional Irish rowboat called a currach, which is a small. It's basically a wicker basket with a pair of jeans pulled over it, painted with tar to keep it waterproof. And very light, you can pick it up. And he said, it's about 5 weeks on the North Atlantic, and we'll basically following the coastline of Spain. We're doing a pilgrimage to Santiago, the Camino de Santiago, and I was like, but I was really, at the same time, I was really excited, and it turned out I actually had that particular 5 weeks. It was very rare in our calendar to have 5 weeks like that. And everything seemed to fit. And when I noticed that the 5 weeks in my calendar was there, I sort of took it as a good sign, a good omen. And so I agreed, and I asked him, should I train? He said, no training, no. He said, the boat ride, the rowing is all about stamina. It's got nothing to do with strength. It's about, he said, you're just old enough, you're almost old enough to do it. And I said, what do you mean? He said, well, because all these guys are in their 60s, and he said, young men want to get there, and older men just are happy to be there. And I said, that's what we need. We need someone who's just happy to be in the boat. And I was like, wow. And I said, so how long are we going out for each day? And he said, doesn't matter. Don't know. We go out each day, and we come in when we come in. And I was like, okay. And I realized that I wasn't old enough, actually, for it. I asked him, we started, and I was quite seasick the first few days, and there was days when, you would, because the body sets a clock, if you start at we were starting around sort of 6:30 in the morning, beautiful, calm seas. The seas were always calm in Spain at that time of the morning. When you go out, you legislate in your spirit for about 5 or 6 hours, because we have a look at the map, and these guys didn't do GPS or anything. They just that town, we'll pull in there. That looks like it's got a harbour, and we would go out in the morning, and sometimes we'd get to that place, which was 5, 6, 7 hours away, and the guys would go, fuck it, we'll go on. And the next port would be another 8 hours. And something happens to your body when you're told you're not getting off work now, you're going to work till midnight. It was an incredible experience for me. I'm very, very, very pleased. Danny, the man I'll sing about, Danny Sheehy, was a wonderful poet and a wonderful writer, and he only wanted poets and writers on the boat. He didn't want strong men, he just wanted sensitive spirits. That was kind of his thing. And so we went on this trip together, and for me, whatever gang I was in as a kid, I was always kind of the leader of the gang, even though I may not have been the actual leader. I was kind of leading it from behind or something. And of course, being in a band for all this time, I've been white knuckling the steering wheel for a long time, kind of going, nope, it goes like this, nope, we're going this way. And so that kind of leadership, that natural leadership that you have as a member of a band or the leader of a band is all goes to hell when you get on a boat with older men who know what they're doing, and we're fishermen from Kerry. And so I got on this boat, and the lads all spoke Irish, and it was wonderful for me to be around my native tongue and to spend time with these incredible men. And I want to sing this song for Danny. He had 3 rules on the boat. He said, no money, which was a tough one, no money, no beds, so no hotels, and no complaining. So the first one I was actually kind of a bit worried about, but it was actually fine, and I realized that during the time that they had left Brandon Creek in Kerry and gone around to Dublin, and gone from Dublin to England, and then down from England into Wales, into Brittany, and down the coast of France to Spain, and then from Spain around to Portugal. They had never once, anyone on the boat had never shown their passport to anybody. They just pulled into harbours, and the welcome we got was unbelievable. So the no money thing was really interesting, because we'd pull into the harbour and people would see the boat and they'd see the little Irish flag, and they'd say, and these fishermen, these hardened fishermen from these beautiful Galician villages, they would say, "You came from Ireland in that fucking boat?" And the guys would be like, "Yeah." And the men would just open their homes to us, and they would bring us in, and their wives would cook us big risotto, and the men would be chopping fish and giving us beautiful food, and then they'd all bring us to the bar, and of course we had guitars and accordions, and of course being poets, and everyone had a song, and so we drank for free and we ate for free, and the next day we'd leave the port with a huge, a big plate full of food that we would then eat somewhere out at sea. The generosity it was incredible. I guess it's as close to living in maybe Jack Kerouac's, in one of his books as I've ever gotten, and I just want to, I want to thank those men for taking me on. It had a huge effect on me as a person, a huge effect on me as a musician, as a band member, as a friend. An incredible experience. And there's a great Irish philosopher, John Moriarty, who says, if you don't walk across China backwards once, i.e. if you don't do something stupid once in your life, you'll really regret it. So if you get offered something really odd, just say yes and see where it takes you. Because there's something to it. I've got to tell you from somebody who knows. Whenever Danny was handed a glass of whiskey, he always said it would be the water or the whiskey that got me. He decided to go on as far as Portugal, and we were warned not to go near Portugal because the seas are really crazy. And Danny died on the boat a few months later, and so it's a sad tale. But he was an amazing man, and I'm very, very grateful to have known him. But he used to, whenever he was handed a glass of whiskey in a bar, he would hold it up and he would say in Irish, and I'll try to translate. He would say, "Is tum chadad, is tum naud, is minikadog shmeir edochlon, akanish os rude go willen to kogarad do magraus, shir yur e yawn le phone," which translates as, "You are my friend, you are my enemy. You have often left me with little clothes, but now that you're so close to my cranky mouth, back you go, you divil with pleasure." This for Danny. Leave a light on in your lonely window, and keep a heartfelt welcome in your arms. From far away on the deep black ocean, yes, you're the one I'll come back to find, and say goodbye to the long cold winter, and farewell to all we've left behind, and leave a light on and come out of the shadows. Yes, you're the one I'll come back sing the song that your mother taught you. Of the gypsy heart that never rests, and wait a while for the arms that once held you, and pull them close into your breast, and say goodbye to the long cold winter, and farewell to all we've left behind, and keep a light on and come out of the shadows. Yes, you're the one I'll come back to find. Yes, you're the one I'll come back